if you're not seeing it as an excuse, maybe you're truly an investor. If you're an investor in this market, then you wouldn't say that it is too far. Because if you're an investor, you're saying it is too far, it means that you're still having the mindset of where to live. And like I say, when you say a place is far, it's relative. If I live around Aja, right? I live in Aja environs. If I say that Epe is far, I might be right because everything that I do around here is within Aja or maybe cutting back to VI, right? So I might say it's far. Maybe someone lives in Ikeja. From his house from Ikeja to Epe is far. But you're not looking at it from the angle of when you invest in that area, you're going, even if it's far, like if you invest in London, in US, and you're going to get high return on your investment, it's too far. But you will definitely get on the plane if you're a Lagos based and go see what your investment in Texas looks like. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of TeaTalk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in African. Thanks to each and every one of you who keeps coming back every week to watch each episode we upload. I want to say thank you to every one of you, and I want also to say keep up the good work. All right, so as our usual culture, before we go into the topic of the day, you know how it is, right? You have to get your own cup of tea, cup of water, cup of coffee, glass of wine, glass of juice, whichever one just works for you. The idea is you have to get it and then be comfortable wherever you are. So I usually say, if you're somewhere right now that you're not very comfortable, I mean, you're not in a place where you can fully watch, listen with an undivided attention. I would advise that you put this on your watch later and come back to watch it when you're more relaxed and words and have the full attention to not be distracted. All right, so we're going to get right into it. But before we do it, I'm going to do what? Just aha, yes, it's always a sip and it's always a great experience anytime I sip my what? My green tea. Okay, so in today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing something very interesting that I know that this is a question, this is a statement. I don't know, it falls into a question sometimes it is a statement. It goes around the current hottest location in Lagos State right now. So what is it? So like I said, is either it falls to you as a question or it comes as a statement. So I'm just gonna say it right away. I've gotten this over and over 5 years ago, 2 years ago. In fact, I think every year I hear this statement, and in every conversation you have surrounding the Ibeju Lekki&Epe corridor, this statement just keeps popping up. I hear a lot of people talk about this, and so this is it. People say that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is too far. So this statement of it is too far, I want us to really talk about it today. Let's have a conversation around it. So you're in this which category would you say you are? Are you in the category of people who say that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is too far, or you're in the other category who do not believe that it is too far? Which category are you? Please drop it in the comment section. I have had several conversations with my clients, with prospects over the years, and like I've said earlier, it keeps popping up. They keep saying it. It is too far. In fact, some people have taken it further beyond a statement. It has affected their the way they invest. So, really, let's get into it. Is it true that Ibeju Lekki is far? Epe, is it truly far? Now, when you say it is far, the other question I usually ask is far from where? But now, before I go into the details of far from where, let's even ask of this, or let's look at it from this other angle. When you say that Epe is far, as an investor, what do you really mean? What do you mean by Epe is far? Ibeju Lekki is far. As a real estate investor, a smart one, an intelligent one. What do you mean? What does it even mean that it is too far? So I ask a question as well. I'm from Kogi State, proudly, proudly Okun. I say it all the time. In fact, I say it all the time. What do you mean if I say that Okun is too far to invest in? Lokoja is far. I mean, what's happening in Lokoja right now is not even very nice, but we're keeping our people in prayers and just praying that God and then the government comes to intervene. So when you're saying somewhere is far, the question I ask is far from where? Now I wanted to use Okun as an example. Now let's even leave the shores of Nigeria. So people that are investing in, I know a lot of people who are based in Lagos State, Nigeria, Abuja, other states that have invested in UK, US, UAE markets. And I'm asking this question: if you live in Lagos, or if Lagos, how many hours drive is Epe to Ibeju Lekki&Epe to Lekki to Ikeja on the road? If there's no traffic, distance is about 1 hour. Abi, 1 hour 30 minutes. You're on the mainland. Now, if you're saying that Ibeju Lekki is far, the question is: so it means that to invest in UK, London, for instance, that you have to take 6 hours straight flight. Is it not far? To sit on a plane 6 hours, to get to London, where you want to go and invest. The same thing, UAE, 7 hours. Depending on the flight you're even taking. If you're not taking a direct flight, maybe you're not taking British Airways, you're not taking Emirates. If you're taking connecting flights, it means that to get to UAE, you do 12, 13 hours. UK as well. You can do, in fact, I can see connecting flights to UK that is almost 15 hours. Direct flights to US is still more than 15 hours sometimes. So when we say these things are far, it's relative. It's from the which point are you looking at it. So in today's conversation, I'm just going to point out some things that I want you to look at it, the angles I want you to look at it from, and hopefully this conversation can further broaden your mind. So I want you to open your mind, okay? Open your mind to this conversation. So saying that Ibeju Lekki or Epe is far is actually very relative, because you have to look at it from different points of view. Like I said in my last episode, a lot of people are looking at investment only. They're looking at when you want to, some people, when they want to buy a property or a land, they're looking at it from solely from, I cannot live there. And that's where this is also coming from. You ever say, no, Ibeju Lekki is too far. Oh, Epe is far now. Epe is far. What am I looking for there? I shared the story of my friend who kept saying it's far, it's far, it's far, because of the mindset. So the mindset is usually from, I cannot live in Epe, it's too far. I work in VI right now, I can't live in Epe, it's too far. In fact, the Nigerian diaspora saying that Epe is too far. I always wonder, is it that you want to be coming from, where you're coming from US to Epe, or you're coming to Ibeju Lekki? Yes, if you're in town, maybe you're in Lekki, yeah, you will get there. There's nowhere that is too far, so to speak. I don't believe anywhere is far. So far, the figures are right. So far, your numbers are right. Your analysis are right about your investment. So far, you're right about the investment, and you're sure that it's going to give you high return on your investment. I feel like nowhere is far. So for people who really, really do say it's far, I feel like a lot of the time, and they don't invest, I feel like a lot of the time, they're just hiding under that one finger. They're just making excuses, basically. That's where I look at it. See, you guys already know me. I try to say it as the way I see it. And the way I see it is, when you keep saying it is too far, 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 and unfortunately, you don't even have financial buoyancy to buy the not so far. Because if you say Epe is far, I'm sure Lekki phase 1 is not far. I'm sure that Ikoyi is not far. I'm sure that likes of VI is not far. Likes of Chevron is not far. But when your financial capability cannot exactly invest in those places, then why are you saying that this places is far? So it's two things. Like I said, majorly for me, it's just my excuse. It's it's just an excuse not to invest. That's what I see. Now, moving on. If you're not seeing it as an excuse, maybe you're truly an investor. If you're an investor in this market, then you wouldn't say that it is too far. Because if you're an investor, you're saying it is too far, it means that you're still having the mindset of where to live. And like I say, when you say a place is far, it's relative. If I live around Aja, right? I live in Aja environs. if I say that Epe is far, I might be right because everything that I do around here is within Ajah or maybe cutting back to VI, right? So I might say it's far. Maybe someone lives in Ikeja. From his house from Ikeja to Epe is far. But you're not looking at it from the angle of when you invest in that area, you're going, even if it's far, like if you invest in London, in US, and you're going to get high return on your investment, it's too far, but you will definitely get on the plane if you're a Lagos base and go see what your investment in Texas looks like. Go see what your investments in Dublin looks like. Go see what your investments in Scotland looks like, or in Manchester, or in London, or in Dubai. Even if you go to invest in African countries, in Jamaica, are you not going to go up on the plane anywhere you are on the world to go see what your investment is looks like and how your investment is doing? So when people keep saying it is too far, like I said, it's just a blatant excuse not to invest. It's the excuse they tell themselves for not investing. And I hope they have the I hope anybody in that category, well, has a way of maybe it's a way to comfort yourself or that. I don't know. I really do not understand it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's just back and forth. It's just an excuse you tell yourself not to invest, or reasons you give yourself for not investing. Because if you're truly an investor, what the first important thing is the return you're going to be getting on your investment. So if you're not an investor or a serial investor, maybe you're just someone that just wants to own one plot of land, you want to build a house, and that's it for you, then that works. You probably might not live in Epe. But again, let's come to this other part of the conversation. I have always said it, that when you invest in an investment, and you're looking at it from two angles, from the return you're going to get on that investment and probability of living in that particular estate, two things will happen. Even the investment you think, the business idea you have now, it might not work in 5 years' time in Epe. There will be other subjective ideas that will be more business ideas that will be more lucrative others then. Because let's look at it. There are so many businesses that used to be lucrative 10 years ago, 2 decades ago. They are no longer lucrative, they're no longer the in thing. I'll give you an example. We're now in a digital age, Abi. Now, we used to they were back in 3, 4 decades ago, 5 decades ago down the line, we used to do things manually. Let's take office spaces now. If you run a business and you have an office, you can type. You have to type so many things yourself. You have to manually do so many things. But now, you have to carry, if you want to read a contract, then they have to print the contract for you. You have to have bulk contracts that you will read. You have so many. Even when you were reading as a student, you have books and all of that. But now we have moved from paper to what? We're doing less paper. So we're moving from manual to what? To digital. Everything now is now digitalized. In fact, on your phone, you can have something written to you that you don't want to read it. You can hear it as a voice note. There are apps that will convert. If somebody sends you a contract, there are apps that you put that contract, you to convert it to a voice note, and you can listen to it as a voice note. So you don't really have to read anything. We have a lot of audio books now. We have podcasts. Audio books were not a thing back in the years, decades ago. So what am I saying to you? Even fashion is evolving. Even the kind of cars, we're beginning to have hybrid cars, right? We have small solar, green energy. I mean, really, automation. We're going auto. Even homes now, you now have auto. We see a lot of houses. We have not gotten it right in Nigeria, but those of you that are in diaspora, you know what I'm saying. We see a lot of automations right now. You can see a house that you literally don't have to do anything. Just keep pressing button, and everything is just gonna fall in place. You invested the days of manual, and you were calculating that, okay, in 5 years' time, your business is evolved around manual. Do you know that after 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, let's assume the 5 years is 2022, everything is digitalized. That your business idea is not off the charts, like it's no longer existent. It has gone into extinction, Abi. So what I'm saying is that everyone investing in the Ibeju Lekki&Epe corridor, especially these fast-growing areas, maybe you're investing in Ruby City, for instance, or Sumisola in Ibadan, you have to keep your mind open that The development in the area will be part of what we suggest a new business idea to you. Don't restrict yourself. Don't say, I want to build an hotel in that area. I want to build shortlet in that area. Shortlet to be good in that area. Oh, if I buy into Fairmont Garden or in Fairmont Green, oh, I will just do an hotel. Oh, if I buy into Peak Resort, oh, I will just do an hotel shortlet. I'm not saying those ideas are not good, though. But I'm saying is keep an open mind. Do not restrict yourself and say, it's hotel. I'm an hotelier. Oh, it's a recreational center. There are businesses that will not go out of place. That's the truth. People will always look for where to live. That's the truth. So if you're building a house and you're putting it on rent, people will always look for where to live because of the what? The basic human need, which is what? Shelter, the first thing, food. So if you're into those kind of business, you're providing shelter, you're into food business, of course, you will never run off. Anywhere you invest in, it will still work. But some locations will be better than the other, depending on what is surrounding that place. So what I'm saying is keep your mind open and allow yourself, relax and say, okay, let's watch what is happening there. Whatever is happening there will suggest some things. There are things you can predict now, but keep your mind open that some of your prediction would have to be retweaked. I know some people are already, of course, you understand that, but if you're open-minded, you will not always come with this, it's far. It's far. In fact, some people, I've said it over and over. Some people will still tell you, oh, Epe, nothing will happen in Epe in 25 years. I laugh in Chinese for such people. And such people are the one that will do like, oh God, if only I know. Hey, you start hearing Orishi. So please, when we are saying that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is far or a location is far, is relative. From where? Where are you looking at it from? I've said it over and over, off camera, on camera, that Epe, as far as I'm concerned, is one place that if we get it right with some of these estates, even people that live in Ikoyi will live in Epe. Because already the basic, Epe has the best road network than any other place you will find in Lagos. Even the so-called Ikoyi. There are so many places in Ikoyi that, man, the bad road, and I wonder, is it because everybody is rich here and they're using SUVs, they care less? Because I mean, I would have reasoned that the road should be better. So because you already have that and so many other factors, trust me. I'm not even going to go and talk about the international airport that we just talked about. Let's even leave that one. That one is, we've talked about that and we'll keep talking about it. But that's like a secondary. So if you don't even know if your business, we have to translate. For those of you that are in Lagos, you don't even know if your business will take you from, your business is the reason why you have to live around Epe. You don't even know. So, but if you keep your mind open now and invest in Epe, 5 years down the line, when your business suggests you to go live around Epe, then you will be grateful that you did that you invested early. I used to live on the mainland, Berger precisely, around Omoli Estates, some years ago, about 10 years now, 9 years ago. And the heavy traffic I go through driving that my Tuke Corolla then, that my boss used to call Koro. Mr. Tope, if you are watching me, that statement did not lift my head. Anytime you see, goodness, Corolla. Because oh God, yeah. It's so painful that I need to look for the picture of this Corolla because I didn't tell my story with this Corolla. That Corolla, they mocked me with that Corolla. A young chap, beautiful girl, walking on the island and using that kind of Corolla with no shame. I mean, really, it's my car. The boot of that Corolla was one of my miserable hair. He made my life miserable. That boot he never locks. No matter how long you build this mechanic, no, don't do something. It will work on that 2 hours. Once I drive away from the mechanic shop, the boot is open again. Once empty showed me again. I mean, really. And the La truly is what Corolla. So the LA had gone off. I was clapping it like that. So when I go, I was like, Koro. Oh God. Oh, those are good memory days. Yes, I mean when you work in an engineering firm, there all of them are engineers. Yeah, there are about I think maybe two female. Of course, I read electrical engineering, so I'm already used to it. I've always been in the main dominated industry, but he will always want me like Koro in the parking space of the office. I'll say, "Where is Madam Koro?" Then I'm like, I have a name. My name is Goodness. Yes, I use a Koro, but thank God today. So because of the stress of driving, I work. Oh my God, my working time. Do I even have a working time? I'm on the island 6 a.m. because I always meet with my boss then at 6 a.m. Yeah, ridiculous, but yeah, I did it. I always meet my boss between 6 and 6:15. So I must be on the island at 6. So driving or entering BRT, doing all of those stress. I will not be home until 12. I was doing that back to back. And I just realized that no, I think I need because when we moved my office was initially in Ikoyi. So when we moved, change office to Lekki, it was further down for me. So I'm like, you know what? I think it's just better for me to get a place. That was why I moved to the island. I moved to Jakonde. The same thing is happening to so many people. So what I'm saying with this example of this my Koro story is that if you have your business right now in Ikeja and you're living on the mainland because your business is on the mainland, if you own a land in Epe, your business might be the reason why you will live in Epe. Your business might be the reason why you live in Ibeju Lekki. But if you sit there now in Ikeja or anywhere you are and saying that it's far, and your business in the future now you have reason to now live in those places, you will regret the fact that you didn't buy it when we're asking you to buy. You will regret it. But if you leave your options open, leave your mind open, and then invest as much as you can as based on your resources at the moment, you will be glad. It will be so easy. In fact, you can build anything for your business. In fact, if your business is the reason why you're now moving around to that area, you now even build stuff for your business, build your company office or your office space or your home. You can, you know, I see a lot of people moving to Ekpe. I tell you what, I already see myself living in Ekpe already. Because I mean, I'm a realtor, right? Apart from that, it's the only real estate I will do. There are other businesses I will do. I'm a filmmaker. As a filmmaker, I can live anywhere actually. I can go and live in Cotonou. To be honest, I can live, if I was only a filmmaker, I can live in Cotonou and be doing Shebi is movie shoots. Movie shoot is Basbo everywhere. Today Anambra, tomorrow Kafancha, next tomorrow Ghana. The other time, is where the project base is. So my base can be in Cotonou and then I start gallivanting everywhere where the movie set takes me. More or less now that I'm even a filmmaker myself. I'm a producer. Some of my films, the new project I have now that I'm working on, I don't see us really shooting it in Lagos because of the things we need to achieve. So I see it moving to, my movie set will move to either Ibadan or Oshobo. Or maybe this Epe that I'm talking about. Because Epe has a very good road network. There's going to be a lot of road movement. There's going to be a lot of exterior shots. So all I just need to do is do my findings, get my location right. Epe is the perfect quiet place for you to shoot now as a filmmaker. So what I'm saying is, when you're saying it is too far, ask yourself from where. Then keep your mind open that there are so many businesses that will spring up in Epe in 5 years' time. When that place becomes fully habitable, guys, I took a trip around Ibeju Lekki this past week, and I found out some very quite interesting things. And I'm like, whoa, this place is already blown up and people do not know. Now, don't worry. I have lovely drone shots that you guys will be excited to see. And when you watch these drone shots, when I upload them, I'm sure you guys will be blown away. And then when you come back to this conversation, you can relate. And then you understand where I'm coming from. So please, do not do not stop yourself from investing because you have this perception that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is too far. We cannot overemphasize. Epe Ibeju Lekki is the new Lagos. There's no way you look at it from all angles. It's okay if you still feel, well, it's marketing gimmicks. Well, nothing's gonna happen there, Jerry. Some people even go as far as, hey, should this our government? Ah, oh God, this our government. They've done a strong thing, that when they now talk, we don't believe them. Now, let me quickly also say this. The new airport that the Lagos State government announced, they've gotten approval from the federal government. You see the clips flying everywhere. The one you guys didn't pay attention to, or most people didn't pay attention to, is that this construction, this airport project, is a PPP. It's called private partnership, meaning that, ladies and gentlemen, it's not solely a Lagos State thing. It's a partnership with private individuals. So that, and now, when you want to do your own thing, you know how it is. You can't drag it. So this is what you should look at. These are facts you should look at and say, hey, definitely the way they said they are going to be set out to start construction January 2023, they will definitely start. And also, the government themselves, they are very interested in this Ibeju Lekki&Epe corridor. If they're not interested, why did they do that road from Eleko, the rehabilitation from Eleko to Epe? Didn't you guys see how fast that road was? Or what the roads in Lagos? Do you know how many other roads the government is that they have not done? But they did that one. Now, the interesting one I also find out on my trip, which I'm going to show you guys in these clips when I upload them. Just wait. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you better do that now, because there's quite so many exciting footages I'll be showing you guys that will blow your mind. Before laying, they started in Ibeju Lekki. They started at the point, I think at the point they stopped. They are working on it right now, and guess what? It's not the usual bitumen. It's still another concrete construction. I saw it live. So what is happening there? That Ibeju Lekki is not going to be the third largest commercial hub, or that is just a thing of the future. It's not so far away. That's what I'm here to tell you. The future of Ibeju Lekki&Epe being the third largest commercial hub is already happening. So the question is, are you getting yourself abreast with what is happening? Are you positioning yourself right as an investor? As somebody who is interested in creating wealth, I'll be continuing creating wealth, because a lot of you are wealthy people already. But it's a plus, it's not a minus. Like I said, anything that is a plus to me, I'm game for it. But once it's a minus, no way. But if it's a plus. So if you have the resources to invest in this environment, stop saying it is too far. Hey, so many people will regret it though. Aja used to be far. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Even 7-8 years ago, when I moved into Aja, when I left Jakonde to move into Aja, it was far, to be honest. Because my office was in Lekki 1, and I have a very tight schedule in terms of work. Like the way I worked then. Has anything even changed anyway? It's still about the same way I work now, even now that I work for myself. The way I work when I was working with someone, is it about the same thing that I work for myself? It's even more now. So leaving the office, the traffic was really something to, worry about. Sometimes I'll leave Lekki 1 at 11. I'll still come. That same Ikate, you will still meet traffic. I'm like, is it that it is some demonic thing that has to do with this traffic? But look at it now. Even then, 4 or 5 years ago, if you tell anyone that your office is in Aja, Shogotedo, the way they will look at you as if you are one smellos, or you're one, riffraff or something, or not. Nigerians, we like packaging very well. Package everything. Let me stop there. But it's the truth. Nigerians, and that's why I'm sorry. It's also easy sometimes to Sudan people. Because if the is not there, everything is not package. Hey, Nigerians, we like packaging. It's the truth. Too much packaging. Everything has to be. Sometimes I wonder, is it the packaging that you are interested in, or the real content? Hey. Well, really. Okay. Well, anyway, conversation for another day. So what I'm saying is, a lot of people find it very difficult to, kind of relate with you when you say your office is in Aja or your office is in Shongutedo. You really can't even find any office space and all of that. Now, Nobody even looks at you twice when you say your office is Shangote Do, because Shangote Do is an hot cake right now. I mean, even every bank has moved to Shangote Do. You see people who have their offices in Ikoyi, they have a branch office in Shangote Do, even down to Ibeju now, and it's going further down. So these are the facts and figures we should look at. That was just 4 years down the line, right? The same thing is going to happen. Offices will start situated in Epe, in Ibeju Lekki. Already we have offices in Ibeju Lekki. Already we have banks in Ibeju Lekki. Yes, there are banks in Ibeju Lekki. Oh, really? There are people living their life in Ibeju Lekki, making money in Ibeju Lekki already. People are earning rental income already in Ibeju Lekki. The only question I asked was, why is it that there's no much buildings in Ibeju Lekki? There's so much workers in Ibeju Lekki that if you build, in fact, people that bought into Moonstone, I wanted to ask, why are you guys not renting out your apartments? Why is your apartment abandoned? Because trust me when I tell you, there are agents there now that if you look for them, if you bought into Moonstone, that's what you should do. I think if you bought into Moonstone and you're looking at me now, you should there's lights there, there's water there. What's stopping you from renting your apartment? Why are you locked in the apartment? Why do you guys lock your apartment there? Because I know they've delivered to so many of you. You should now look for an agent that works within the Ibeju Lekki to look for people to rent your house. Trust me, there are so many workers now that are looking for places to live within that Ibeju Lekki. They don't even want to come to Abijo or come to Awoyaya, because Awoyaya is another, the stress also coming. It's now stressful for people who work in Ibeju Lekki right now to live in Aja or live in Awoyaya. So they want to live within the Eleko, it's even easy to live in Epe and work in Ibeju Lekki. And that's what will happen later. A lot of us will live in Epe. So you see, keep your mind open. That's what I just said I should come and tell you guys today. So I hope I made a bit of sense. I mean, stop looking at it that Ibeju Lekki is far. Ruby City is Ibadan. No, I cannot go to Ibadan. What am I doing there? But your money can go to Ibadan and sit there and work for you while you are in Lagos, or you are in US, or you are in Canada, or anywhere you are in the world. Exactly. It's just the same analogy of me, I'm a Lagos base, and I wish to invest in Canada. I wish to invest in all these places. Texas, Orishi, But I'm a Lagos base. It doesn't stop me. So it's the same angle we should look at it. And most importantly, the infrastructures coming into that area. Hey, if you are not investing as much as you can in Epe and Ibeju Lekki, I am not mixing my words, you will regret it. Don't worry. You see those people, I know a lot of people that will say they will never go to Wacha. Oh, that's just going to sit in Ikoyi. It's fine, sit in Ikoyi. Wait till the time you have money. The one that makes me laugh is the people that do not have money to invest in Ikoyi, and they always want to, they're gathering their money in their colo. Okay, sorry. Let me say. Okay, so let me be posh now. They are gathering their money in their piggy bank. It's okay. Keep gathering your money in your piggy bank. That money you're gathering in your piggy bank to buy that Lekki, okay, is depreciating in value. So what are you doing? I mean, I went through Aris Drive as well. And I saw those properties were selling last year for, I think, around 50 million naira. They are all 100 million naira. 100 million, 90 million, 100 million, 90 million. I'm like, Kilo Shele. You know that they are doing a road connection as well. They're doing a bridge that will connect your alternative routes, alternative drive from that VGC to Lekki Freedom Way. Bam! So if you're coming from Freedom Way, you're connecting there. So people that are still saying Naija is far, continue. While you're saying Aja is far, Awoyaya is far, Abijo is far, Eleko is far, Epe is far, Gbogbo is far. Other people are cashing out. You are the one missing out. What's your alternative? If you say that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is too far as an investment destination for you, my question to you, what's your alternative? Is your alternative is keeping your money in the bank or consuming your money? If your alternative is not accessible, then you're probably doing a lot of harm to yourself, unfortunately. If you don't have a good alternative, and that alternative is you're investing in that alternative right now, and you're getting return on your investment on that alternative right now, and you're saying that Ibeju Lekki&Epe is far, Ruby City, Ibadan is far, Sundisola is far, But where your father is far. Well done, sir. Well done, ma. Right done. Right done. It's okay. But I hope that in the future you will be mature enough to take responsibility for your inaction or action. Mm. Because it's two ways. It's either you are taking action, you are not taking action. Because indecision is also a decision. Yeah, indecision is also a decision. So the part I like in life is that when you take a decision or you take indecision or something, whatever one, whether you're taking an action or you're not taking an action, you must be responsible. You must be responsible enough or mature enough to take the responsibility of your indecision or your decision. That's the part I like. All right, so we're going to cap right here on this conversation. So I hope this kind of, I don't know, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's discuss this. What do you think about what we just discussed? What do you think? Give me your feedback so that it's not going to be like in my case, let my case not be like a radio presenter that we just talk and don't get, okay, no, they get response now. They keep their lines open. So I'm keeping my lines open in the comment section. So help me, let's have this conversation. What do you think around this subjects? Location is too far. It doesn't have to be Ibeju Lekki&Epe for now, but because it's the new Lagos, that's what we're using it majorly. I mean, I see people say, "Oh, my father is too far." Ah, where do you now want? Omole, Omole is 100 million. Ah, I don't have money. Can't Omole be 2 million? I like, okay, wait, don't worry. In 2030, there's gonna be a wave. A miracle will just suddenly happen, and then you buy Omole at 2. And that's why that's why the swindling thing also happens. Because some people don't want to hear the truth. They're not realistic. Anyway, so thank you so much, guys, for watching today's episode. Like I said, I hope this has value for you, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments in the comment section. Please, let's keep the comments also civil. Other people's opinion should be respected. People have a right to their opinion. All we support on this channel is positive light, positive vibe, and positive energy. So thank you once again. I'll see you guys in the next episode or next video that we upload. But ensure that you please subscribe, like, and share this with your contacts, please. So many people need to hear this. I mean, join the conversation and join the community. Yes, this is a community where I am looking forward always to adding value to every person, both inspiring or existing real estate investor in the Nigerian real estate market. My name remains Goodness Usman. Of course, I'm your Fab Lady Realtor for Nigeria Realty 24/7, and I'll be delighted to help you make any addition to your real estate portfolio, whether you want to buy into Faber Green, which of course the new price will be slated on the 1st of November, and for Itino City, of course, the price will be reviewed upward 1st of November. So these ones have a timeline. We have Perfection still selling. So many. Just scroll through our listing. You see so many of the estate selling. Ocean View is there. And I want to appreciate all of my clients. My clients are the best in the world. All my clients are just the best humans in the world. So thank you so much for your patronage, and I look forward to more businesses with you guys. For some of you that have been watching me for a while, you're yet to do business with me. I'm looking forward to doing business in a short period of time. All right, so yes, this is where I say goodbye to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode, but ensure that you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. So I say to you guys, oh, double.